Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello fellow students, let me introduce myself. My name is Novila MND with NPR 2241217 from Accounting Study Program. In this video, I will explain about elements and structure of accounting theory. The function of accounting theory according to Fernand Kam in 1986 is to serve as a guideline for accounting standard setting bodies in developing their standards, provide a reference framework for resolving accounting issues in the absence of official standards, set boundaries in making judgment in the preparation of financial statements, enhance the understanding and confidence of report readers in the information presented in financial statements, and improve the quality of comparable reports. There are four basic concepts of accounting theory. The first is the basic accrual concept. Explain the need to have business income and obligations when the entire business is conducted. For example, if a wholesaler or retailer orders goods with an inventory of 1 million but does not pay at the time, the trader must record the liability or obligation. The second is the going concern. The going concern concept requires accountants to recognize that the business is viable and will soon be operational. If the accountant finds that the business will not succeed in the future, it is necessary to provide a valid reason when receiving the form of financial report list. The third is the concept of consistency. Emphasize the accounting methods used in the company, meaning that these methods must always be applied consistently. For example, if an accountant has decided to use the double entry bookkeeping method for monthly records for the period, they must apply the records consistently until completion. The fourth is the prudence concept, which indicates that liabilities must be accounted for in the balance sheet even though likelihood of occurrence is still small. According to the basic concept of accounting, it is the concept of assumptions, views, and opinions that are generally accepted in the presentation of financial information to interested parties. The 45 basic accounting concepts have three parts. There is assets, liabilities, and equity. Assets are all the properties owned by a company in a certain amount. That is the result of past activities that the company has conducted with other parties in the company's transactions, and the company's capital is the capital contributed by the company's owners with everything that can be used to facilitate the operation of a company. The purpose of financial statements is to provide information regarding the financial position, performance, and change in the financial position of a company, to provide financial information to users for use in the decision-making process, to assess the strengths and weakness of the company, to evaluate the company's ability to settle its obligation, and to demonstrate the capability of existing resources for the company's growth. In accounting theory, there are four accounting postulates. First is the entity postulate, which states that accounting records the results of the operational activities of an entity or institution or company that is separate and distinct from its owner or other entities. According to this concept, we can prepare financial statements according to the needs of the users, so each company is considered an accounting unit separate from its owner or other entities. Second is the going concern principle, which means that this latter assumes the company will continue its operation throughout the process of project completion, agreements, and ongoing activities. The company is considered not to be closed or liquidated in the future. The company is considered to live and operate for an indefinite period. The third is postulate of the unit of measure, which is also referred to as the monetary unit postulate, assumes that every transaction must be measured with a uniform measuring tool or medium of exchange. The measuring tool used in accounting is a monetary measuring tool. or the last is postulate of the accounting period, which describes that although accounting adheres to the going concern postulate, the financial position, operating results, and their change must be reported periodically or over a specific period, which can be monthly, semi-annually, or annually. Can use the calendar year, fiscal year, or another year, or business year. Next discussion is about the theoretical concept of accounting. The first is the proprietary theory. The main goal of this theory is to determine and analyze the net worth or the company's net worth, which is the owner rights. In this theory, the accounting equation is: the second is the entity theory, a business unit that is considered to have the company's wealth and obligations to both creditors and owners. The accounting equation according to this theory is: the third is the fund theory. Nowadays, large companies usually have to pay attention to various interests, especially the interests of the general public. Stakeholders in this theoretical concept who are the focus on attention are the parties or contestants involved or who possess. The similarity of this accounting theory is that the fourth is the enterprise theory. Nowadays, large companies usually have to pay attention to various interests, especially the interests of the general public. Stakeholders in this theory concept who are the focus on attention are parties or contestants involved or who have interests either directly or indirectly with the company or entity. For example, owners, management, the community, the government, creditors, tax authorities, regulators, employees, subscriber, and other stakeholders in this theory must be considered in the presentation of financial information. Fifth is the residual equity theory. According to Andrew Patron in 1959, which is the focus is the residual equity is not for all owners. Residual equity is only for common stockholders. From the common shareholders, it is reflected in the change in asset evaluation, profit, retained earnings, and change for other shareholders. Outside of packaging, these stakeholders are considered external parties needed as creditors. The accounting equation in this theory is: 6 is Commander theory. According to Louis Goldberg in 1965, is not an entity or a proprietorship theory that needs to be the focus of attention or as the owner of a company or institution, but rather to look at the commanders or those who have the power or authority to exercise effective economic control over an institution. The emphasis on information according to this theory is accountability or stewardship. How those entrusted with managing the wealth entrusted to them. 7 is the investor theory. In the theory proposed by George Taubes in 1961, our focus is on investors, specifically those who are categorized as owner of specific equities and residual equities, namely shareholders. The accounting equation is: last is amanah or accountability or ibadah theory. This theory assumes that accounting or financial reports must be able to meet the need to explain everything to all parties that the entity has fulfilled or to what extent in while it has fulfilled its responsibility to God and to those commanded by God according to the goals and purpose set by Sharia. Here, financial reports are expected to explain information about human accountability as beings who reserve amanah in understanding the entity both to human and to God. This theory is still in the development stage along with the emergence of entities managed according to Sharia, and this theory is used by Sharia accounting. Actually, it's almost the same as enterprise theory, but it should be called Islamic enterprise theory. So that's to explain about elements and structure of accounting theory. That's all for this video. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. See you in the next video.